Hello.
Hello, Coach.
Don't always get to see you. I don't really have anything to say. We're getting ready to play the next opponent, so with that, I'll open it up.
Coach, tell me about Russell Wilson. I mean, great quarterback. For some reason, the system he's in isn't bringing out his best. But how do you view him? What do you see on tape?
Yeah, listen, we're always digging into all of it, right? And I think there's enough really good plays on there for us to be concerned about another quarterback that can play really good. I think he's really good at throwing the deep ball. I know he wants to throw it. I think it's something we got to be concerned about. It's something we can't allow. You know, when we limit explosive pass plays, usually points allowed turns out pretty good. So we got a great deal of respect for the player that we know he is.
Coach, I know you're always forward-looking, but just quickly on Cincinnati, you guys have been really good at getting to the quarterback, and it seems like they've got a knack for preventing that from happening for whatever reason. What have you been seeing that Cincinnati prevents you guys from actually getting that?
Yeah, listen, I thought that quarterback beat us with his brain, with his arm, and with his feet. I told the guys that on Tuesday. The brain part's on me. Arms and feet's on all of us, but getting to the feet part of it, I just think he's really good. You know, when you had those few moments where we had kind of shots at him, he found a way out of it. He made it really tough.
That last touchdown that the Bengals had was kind of tricky. They had Chase in the backfield, and they hurried up to the line of scrimmage after the huddle.
Yep.
Is there a mechanism for that when a team does that to try and make that quick recognition about what?
Yeah, listen, I'll give them a lot of credit. We had not seen, that was something that they had not done. They obviously were doing it because they were given a formation where they were probably trying to disguise where he was and try to get him the ball. And it happened quick. We had a call that was a little bit tougher to get executed when they go fast, and my hat's off. They picked the right play at the right time.
Coach, there's an empty spot right now on the defensive line. If Brandon Williams is the guy that's pulled up in time for the Broncos, what has stood out to you over the last week with him in town?
Yeah, Brandon brings a lot of energy. I mean, him and Joe know each other really well from their Baltimore years. I was actually with Brandon his rookie year in Baltimore, so I knew him as a rookie. They changed quite a bit from their first year in the league and that's interesting. I've had other guys that I've had young, and then years go by, and then I'm with them again, and they're just different people. But he's a big, strong guy. We'll see where we're at. I mean, it's only been 2 days. Yesterday we didn't even have helmets on, so it's going to take a little while to kind of sift through it.
Coach, you haven't been a part of this long streak entirely, the Chiefs beating the Broncos, but you've been in the league for a long time. What's it like to be on either side of a long streak against a divisional opponent?
Yeah, it's interesting. I can remember those kind of streaks in the NFC East. One when I was at Philly with New York, and then when I was flipped. It's interesting. It's streaky. I don't know why that is. I'm not a gambler, but I once had somebody tell me that when it was so far one way, gamble the other way, because eventually it's got to happen. I hope that doesn't happen. I don't know. I haven't put too much thought into it because it's always the next game, and there's nothing that happened in the prior. Is it 13? There's nothing that, in the 13 prior games that are going to help us in this one. You know, it's different people. So I don't put a lot of thought into it.
Coach, 13 straight, obviously. I know getting a fast start for a defense and for a team is always important.
Yeah.
Is it going to be even more important this week, facing a team that's really struggled and just been kicked down?
Yeah, and we always talk about when we go into an opponent's stadium, from a defensive standpoint, you know, there's a surge early. It's the crowd, it's the excitement, you know, the players on the opposing team, they're home. There's some energy there. And we're always talking about having to survive that and then thrive in it. And if you don't do that, to your point, early, it can make it really tough as you go. And again, I've talked about this before, but the first and last series of each half, to us, are four of the most important series in the game. And the one you're talking about is the first time they come out there.
Stevie, Willie has been there a lot, but you subbed in Darius a little bit more. What are you guys trying to accomplish there?
Darius, in my opinion, when he played when Willie was out, played some good football for us. And I talked with Willie about this yesterday. Guys that do that deserve to get some playing time, and at some point down the stretch here, we're going to need pieces to change. You know, Brian Cook had to go in when Juan was injured, and Brian Cook had played some downs prior to that. I just believe in getting guys ready. It's not a reflection on Willie. It's probably more of a compliment to Darius than anything else.
Anybody else? Okay.
Oh, how about that? That was pretty good.